It's time for the percolate.
Guys, it is Monday, March 15th? 16th. I don't know what day it is.
The 15th was the 98th annual Oscars. Y'all, we are 2 years away from the Centennial Oscars, and boy, was this Oscars a doozy. I got some fighting words for the Oscars committee. And you know me, I love the Oscars committee. Can I just
the Academy?
say the thing? I love the Academy. My room is... There's 1,000 Oscar replicas all over. There's everything. My room is so Oscar proud. That's a joke. That's a joke.
No penny proud. Proud family.
But can I just talk about the moment that you guys know that I was going to talk about?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with because I know it's where you flipped that night.
It's where I flipped and where I was, because I right before that we had the I can't say this word for the life of me.
In memoriam.
In memoriam, thank you. And I was bawling. I forgot Diane Keaton had passed. I forgot, and so to see that they had moments, and mind you, there were other successful actors who could have also gotten their own 3-minute segment, but I'm in it. Yes.
Did you? Like, I know the Emmy showed him, but the gentleman that just passed from Euphoria and from Grey's Anatomy, I get he was more TV than movies, but he was in movies. I mean,
the Oscars notoriously skip one or two people that are big names that they.
I wanted to ask you. You know more about that stuff than I do.
It's a timing thing. It's a mistake thing. It's that people are submitting. It's things just slip sometimes, and it's. You can say it's their fault, but also it's a human error. And that's I don't want to say that's okay, but I think we need to give a little bit of wiggle room for our bad.
I hope so, because Malcolm Jamal Warner, people were upset about, but another one that might be a little lesser known, Jeff Keighley's dad, David Keighley, who was a pioneer for IMAX and cinema also.
Yeah. But that's just it. It's like there are so many names that are submitted that sometimes they have to do a ranking system. They have to see how much you put. Like it's a whole thing. And
Jordan, they do an Instagram poll of who should be on there.
Yeah, 100%. But anyway, so I'm in my feels. I'm like, Oscars, you go, girl. Like, you get it. And like, then they do best original song. And we all knew it, right? We had just seen our Huntrix perform, and it was so kind of them to have an Oscar ceremony in the middle of their concert. Like, that was really sweet. But, they made the time for it, and we did the best. And of course, EJ and Mark and the entire team whose name is
Wait, there were other people up there?
Oh, you didn't know? You didn't know? Because clearly the Oscars didn't either.
I thought that was security.
I do just want to say on the positive spin, Jasmine, you called it. You told them that they would be holding 2 Oscars. You told them they would be holding their Oscars.
I mean, of course. Like, are we done? Of course. But here's the thing. What made me so upset, and like, you guys know that someone else was here whose name I'm not going to bring up, because he said a point that I was like, I hate that, unfortunately, that's true. But he was like, this is a minor category that is not important compared to, in America, the leading actor, the director, because what's his face? Freaking One Battle After Another director won Best Director, right? Where is he? Where's the Best Director?
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yes.
PTA.
PTA finally won his Oscar, and that man got a 4.5-minute speech versus EJ, who barely got a minute before they started doing all the songs. And I'm like,
you think they would have like had a lot of time left over because Sean Penn decided not even to show
up. But my biggest grief is that you saw that there were 6 people up there that all had something that they wanted to say,
and each name was on there. It wasn't like they were just random people that were brought up.
That part. And what bothers me is that for most of the songs, yes, EJ started, and I would say it's like a 60-40 split between EJ, but there are some songs that are more Mark, and Mark put his whole heart. It was a collaboration between them. So while I'm upset about that, I do want to give my flowers to Hope Loop. Hope Loop is a very
Hope Loop.
Hope
on Twitter.
She is my girl. She is the
She's on Decider.
She went because you guys know I was in the press pit. She was in the press pit once, or this year. I was in the press pit once. She was in there this year. She, instead of asking her question from her outlet, said, "We did not get to hear your guys' speeches. Can we hear them now?" And she used her time to allow Mark and the rest of the team to give their speech. And I am so
beautiful.
She was every girly pop, every K-pop, every journalist who has that moment where their moment was taken away from them. I felt so happy because I know that other people wouldn't have done that. Other journalists would have gotten their questions in because they were paid to be there and they flew all the way to get their questions answered. I'm just very happy. And that's all I want to say is I'm proud of the win and I'm proud of Hope.
Can I bring up something that kind of correlates to it? It's a sports thing, but it's very similar to what you're talking about.
This right now.
No, because I want you to, it's important because of what you're talking about with like showing respect when it comes to like people that deserve it.
Yeah.
So the head coach of the New England Patriots, he always comes in every time he does a press conference. Usually in sports, it's pretty much the same people, very similar to like, you know, the arts where the same people are in there interviewing. There's a woman, she always gets the first question. And people try to get the first question all the time, but he's just like, you guys know what's happening. Her, like every single time. He made sure she was at the Super Bowl.
Friends? Are they like
they've just been, it's just like a connection, and he's done it his whole career, always asked her first. It's always been.
I bet she asked him a really good question once.
And something like that, I think. But like, yeah, it's just.
That's sweet. That's
I just wanted you to know that. I thought it was very similar to what you're talking about.
That's
of like
100% similar. It's understanding that there's a relationship between journalists and talent, and knowing that that is something that it's built upon, and it's so fine, and it's so important, and that Hope did more. And I'm going to be honest. Hope did more for her career by allowing someone else to speak than she ever would have asking a question.
Wait, I just clocked in. Hope, like Hope, like Hope.
Hope Sloop. That's who we're talking about.
Hope. Okay. I love
you know her.
Yeah. Shout out Hope. Shout out Hope to homie. I love homie. Love Hope.
Why when I saw her name, I was like, oh, my baby, like my baby. It's people are put into rooms to make a difference, and Hope made a difference for so many. Mark, because you saw my interview with him, I specifically asked him, like, who is the person that you would want to say
he didn't get to do it, man.
To his husband.
The one person that he wanted to at least say thank you.
That room with him, and to be sitting in the chair as I think it's husband. I'm pretty sure because each is fiance, each husband. But like sitting in that chair, and your baby finally, after all his hard work, is getting an Oscar, and he doesn't even get to say a word. The other gentleman started and was cut off, but the writing partner did not get to say a damn And
I have a
his
real
husband
question
is
for
not
you.
in. I'm so sorry. His husband was not in the press pit. He didn't get to actually see a speech. Go ahead.
When you finally get nominated, do we get invited? Do Jordan and I get invited?
I'm not going to lie. I did think about that today. And that's such a weird thing. And it was right before we were, because we're obviously an Oscar.
Do we get invited? That's a lot of stuff. That's do we get invited? Yes, no.
Hold on. I have to put this in a slight little thing. Do you remember how Michael B. Jordan was giving his speech and he was looking down at his mom down here?
Yeah.
And then he looked up and said, "Where's my dad at?"
Yeah, I don't need mom.
Answer the question.
No. But that's
let her answer.
That's the thing is there you can request X amount of tickets depending on what you're nominated for. Okay. So you get one seat next to you, and then I cannot recall how many extra. I think you can request more, but I don't know if it's like. It's not paid because everyone is invited there. No one's paid to go to the Oscars. Yeah. Or no one gets paid to go to the Oscars. Either way. If I get only one seat, my dad is coming with me. Point blank period. Yeah. He has to.
If
He's
you
the
get
one that...
two.
What are you asking me right now?
Which one are you inviting?
Who are you picking? Who's your favorite child?
Who is my second person I would bring?
I don't think that's either of us.
No, you guys are a close third. I think my second would have to be Anthony because he's been with me the longest. And then my third, it would be a hard between you two. And it would be whoever could afford to come. And both of you have new jobs you're dealing with. You have new obligations and new jobs. And so
it's true.
It really would be a toss up on who could afford to come out.
Of course, Adam. Can I pit you? Let's pit me and Jordan against each other.
But I think I get at least 3. It might even be 4, depending on.
If there's 4, then me and Adam are going.
Yeah, they brought a team.
The thing that I want to say really quick about with like, because also I know you said the one guy who he wasn't the co-writer. The thing that's frustrating about that.
Sonneblick?
No, the other
the other ones, yeah, they were
who actually started to say thank you.
Yeah.
The thing that frustrates me, and I get what that person is saying of like, well, it's not a major category.
They have with the Korean lyrics.
Well, like, and I get the person that you're talking about saying like, oh, it's a minor category. That's still not okay because 1, they made history. Number 2, they just performed that song right before this. Number 3, that man probably prepared and learned as much English as he possibly could for that speech.
Yep.
And to have that this is about praising what brought films together,
other countries and other cultures,
and that lens of being like
cultures.
That lens of American too really bothers me because again, why did we have a 5 to 10 minute bridesmaid fucking skit? We could have let that shit go. There was 100%. I didn't need to see Grogu 15 times either.
Well, who's doing? ABC's doing it.
I don't care.
The movie's coming out the 22nd of May.
That changed the fact that it wasn't even like
I didn't need to hear Kate Hudson get called a bitch on live television. It just wasn't.
But also think about how they normally swell the music in. The one time they just straight hard press the music on, cut the lights out. And mind you, they did it when they won Best Animated Feature as well. As soon as the first person finished speaking, they tried to turn on the music. It looks real weird when it happened to K-Pop Demon Hunters twice. If I had a nickel for every time they tried to cut off K-Pop Demon Hunters, I'd have 2 nickels.
I'd have a whole ass dime. But anyway, I could sit here and talk about this whole thing. We've been talking about it for 12 minutes. Let's get into some positive news. You had an issue with a fast food restaurant there, Adam?
In-N-Out is basic. In-N-Out is white. Is almost white seasoned.
Can you just shut the literal?
Hey, but you gotta have the animal style, bro. The animal style is the way to go.
Does not hide the fact they do not season their fries.
Protein style, animal style, extra onions, bro.
No,
extra
does not.
Listen here,
you
Adam.
Eat at freaking.
She can't even name.
First of all, I went to Cane's because I've never had it before, so I have to try it. And I've always said I think it's just a sauce company that does tenders. And guess what? It is. It is just a Chick-fil-A sauce with over-peppered sauce with okay chicken and okay fries.
You're on the East Coast, baby boy, and you still talking about In-N-Out. It's revolutionary. I don't know what the hell they serve over there other than McDonald's.
We serve real food. We've got like actual food around here.
You got a Red Lobster on Main Street.
So, guys, as my co-host derailed the topic as per usual, what Jasmine wanted.
Our biggest Adam never says a word, but he's gonna open his mouth for In-N-Out.
Adam, we're gonna make sure it's the most used word. But her reference was the fact that Adam had a little bit of words to the fact that Adam had a few words to the fact that Michael B. Jordan celebrated.
This is actually important because we have to repeat it so people know the plot, right?
I don't know how we went from this to not like talking about one of the bigger things of the night, but let's keep going.
I mean, Adam, all you had to do was actually take the tea off.
Make history last night.
So many
times.
Are
you not
the
entertained?
Cinematographer! The first.
Adam, your inability to take a lob and actually keep it.
I honestly wasn't even hearing what you were saying. I just was waiting for someone to talk about it.
All right, so
happy female cinematographer, my baby Adam. Sinners made history as well with the most losses. It was a good night.
No, that was actually crazy. Okay, so to bring it around, shut up real quick. So we were talking about how Michael B. Jordan decided to celebrate winning Best Actor at In-N-Out, as is Oscars tradition. Yes. And Adam just thinks In-N-Out is basic, which is fine. But again, take the tea off for the convo and let's get into the topic.
Yeah. Let's get into the topic of how sincere and how sweet and how it reminds me of a little bit of RDJ when he's like, yeah, I valet, I'm of the people. Like going to In-N-Out.
Literally same people. I don't know what to tell you.
Literally going to In-N-Out. And I think the so-and-so who was here with me said it really cool. It was really amazing that the princes of Marvel handed the crown to the creator of the King of Wakanda. I think that is so symbolic. I thought that was so beautiful.
That was fire.
And having that mini Marvel, I mean, I think them coming out and being like, it's been 14 years since that's a number.
And them involving Channing was because he's in the new movie as well. Remember, he's playing Gambit.
It was unique that
Marvel-esque.
It was Marvel-esque. It was Marvel-light. But it was cute that when the announcement came out that RDJ, Chris Evans, Channing Tatum, were all, I think it was just those three, were going to be giving, we were going to be announcing, everyone was freaking, oh, we're going to get Doom news. We're going to hear all this.
Oh my God.
Babies.
Thank God we didn't.
I was up to
Oscars isn't for that.
The Oscars is for that. It is for subtle nods, and that's why oh God, I forget his name already. The One Battle Left Another guy came out and was like,
PTA.
fuck war, and not PTA.
Oh no, no. Well, that wasn't the One Battle After Another guy. Wrong person completely. Javier
Bardem.
Javier is not.
That's. I'm so sorry.
Completely different human being.
F1 Javier Bardem comes out and says, stop, I'm a bad Hispanic and you know that. I'm doing my best, man. But Javier comes out and he says, fuck Palestine and end wars. And him...
Not fuck Palestine. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
I'm mixing them up. Free Palestine.
What a mix-up. What a mix-up. Free wars, everybody. Yeah. Free wars.
Tired, guys. I stand by
free them and fuck everyone else, but free wars.
Free wars and fuck. Oh, that's bad.
Boy, that one's gonna come through fantastically. This might be the biggest podcast we've ever had for numbers. This is gonna be the one that puts us on the map. And for once, guess what?
I apologize.
Not the white guy.
Let me be very clear. I do not need a Timothy moment. You guys will get to this point. I made a mistake. I meant to say free Palestine and fuck wars. I will not lose my Oscar for this. I will not be Timothy Chalamet.
Man, can we talk about a swing and a miss, by the way? 9 nominations.
Timothy looks like he's going through puberty right now with that hair.
Oh
like
my God. Can we talk about that? This man did an Oscar tour. Won, I think, the Golden Globes, got up there and said, I want to be the greatest. I want to achieve greatness, and that's why I was put on this earth. Still in his very Marty Supreme-esque attitude, only for him to be called out, not just by Conan O'Brien, but by multiple, even I think foreign Oscar winners, saying how important the arts and ballet and opera are, and they put Timothée in the front fucking row so that he could get his licks. And mind you, if you would have watched the whole video, he did get the licks, but if you had watched the video, technically, Timothy was supporting them. He was saying that he does not want the movie theaters to go in the same way that the ballet. He was putting it all together. He was saying that movie theaters are dying and he doesn't want them to get to the point to where they feel irrelevant like ballet and like opera. And if you're really thinking about it, the opera and ballet is not everyone's first thought of somewhere to go. Like if you're in the arts, if you do that, and if you're of the culture, yeah, you're going to keep it alive, but they are also struggling. And that's what he was trying to say, is that he doesn't want to get to the point where movie theaters are also an irrelevant and not front-thinking activity.
I also thought it was funny that Timothy, well, it goes with the Timothy thing.
Yeah.
The woman who actually was doing the ballet dancing in the performance for Sinners, Misty Copeland, came out of retirement.
An incredible.
She came out of retirement just to do that.
Ballerina. She's the first Black professional ballerina.
She came out of retirement to just do the performance.
Right, because she was trying to stick it to people who thought that it was a dying
Correct.
sport. Now, do I agree with Timothy in that we need more funding for the arts? 100%. Do I think he needed to get his licks? Because why the fuck would you say it like that? Absolutely.
Yeah, because now it's going to be your turn for someone to say that about movie theaters one day.
Yes.
I don't want to be a dying art form like acting.
Like acting. Like, why would you set that? You open your mouth and you said the wrong thing. And that is what people are upset about. That's what people are upset about.
It does suck, though, when you open your mouth and say the wrong thing, doesn't it?
But he did not recognize what he said as a fault.
Hey, she thankfully didn't say I lost 14 cents. You know what I'm saying?
I lost.
She could have gone
over. First of all, that is he could have said all that, and like the ending part was the problem.
He bombed, and then he kept trying. You ever seen a comedian bomb and keep trying? Like he just
before.
Fuck that man. No, but the thing about Missy Copeland, I do want to at least recognize, because a lot of people have been saying like, oh, this is because of the Timothée Chalamet comment. She probably was signed on to do it anyway, because there was ballet included in the scene. There was ballet included in this.
It was an awkward insert. If you really go back and watch it, she is beautiful, but it doesn't feel like it matches everything else. Like
I saw the clip of them putting that aside, the actual pierce the veil scene, and she comes out at the exact same moment that a ballet dancer comes out in that scene.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I mean, well, I will say in that I like.
She came off hip surgery too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. She's, forgive me, she is not old, but she is old for a ballerina.
She's doing that for a long time. It takes a toll on you.
Well, that and she's past her prime. She's no longer prima ballerina. She's just ballerina. What else happened? What is he saying?
Nothing.
Something about prima ballerina. I don't know.
How many times is she gonna say? Something controversial.
You're like 10 toes right now. I mean, just
I love. At least I knew her name. Jesus, I love Missy Copeland.
She could have said one battle after another guy.
I learned about her, and I saw, and I wanted to make sure I said the name correctly. Excuse me, I was just making sure I didn't missay her name.
We got a tie. That's only ever happened 9 other times.
Weird. I thought it happened for best picture not too long ago. Anyways, shout out Moonlight. Anyways, no, but like agreed. Like and what an interesting one, because it's the one we all argued about which was going to win. I won.
Yes, you did.
Because who doesn't win with a name like that? People swapping saliva.
Well, I mean, that's the only one that's going to make people watch.
Like, what a random thing, right? Like,
but clear representation, we love to see it. Yes. I also, my favorite joke of the night was the Camille Nunjami comment that this man has the body of a Marvel star, but the voice of one who watches or just reads Marvel. And like him coming out and being like, I was not prepared for that comment.
So he's built like a Marvel superhero, but has the voice of somebody who collects the action figures.
Yes.
And it was just like, fuck you. Like what?
But is he wrong? Is he wrong? And
he's
then
not.
For him, because this is not something that's prepped, I want to reiterate with all of my Oscar knowledge that generally the rehearsal happens the day before and there are standees. In fact, there are pictures online of people wearing placards that have the actor's name on top of it. So when these actors come out and are reading from the teleprompter, either they get that in the email ahead of time, and if they happen to read it and rehearse it a little bit, that's great. But if not, they're just reading it off the teleprompter the second that they walk out. And so for him to open that envelope, nobody knows what's going to happen. So he, on the spot, because of his hosting skills, had to do it right then and there, make an executive decision. And he could have been like, here are your winners, point A and point B, come on up and we'll do the speeches. But then they would have gotten no time at all. But for him to, in that moment, say, I'm going to pause this here. I'm going to do one.
What did he say the second one? What did he say the second one? It was hysterical. I can't remember it, though. It was a good hysterical joke, and I can't remember it.
That he said?
Yeah.
All I remember is him just being like, guys, calm down. This is really happening. I need us to focus up. Like,
so
I thought it was a joke.
After that, he said something else. Like when, before, swapping saliva came up, he had said something funny. I can't remember it. I remember sitting there.
Like, this makes sense. Or like
something. I forget what it was. I was busy.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He said, ironic that the short film Oscar is going to take twice as long.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It was hilarious.
How many Trump jokes did you guys catch?
Oh, not the answer? Not enough.
Not enough.
One of my favorites was when the documentary came out, best documentary film, and Conan goes, "Oh man, I bet he's real upset his wife didn't get nominated."
Jimmy Kimmel.
But Jimmy Kimmel got a fucking.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
that
true.
was the same thing to Jimmy. Remember, Jimmy also came out, which right there for me. He was like, it's crazy. Some countries don't even have a first right to actually say what they can say legally, and I can't say who, but it's North Korea and CBS.
And CBS, fucking right. And I was like, oh! Like I was so proud of my bubba, just so proud, because like. I love that him coming out anyway shows how much that Conan O'Brien respects his friends and wants to give them the platforms to succeed. And I think that is so brilliant because Jimmy Kimmel had no reason to be in a movie at a movie award ceremony, but he's there because of the love and support of everyone in that theater and from his friend.
I mean, how many people petitioned for him to come back? You know what I mean?
Us.
Yeah.
All of us.
The other thing, got to turn it back to probably what a lot of people would consider the biggest snub of the night. And also just because
best picture was after another.
I would say even worse so, Delroy Lindo not receiving best supporting actor. You could see it in the audience reaction. Sean Penn from One Battle After Another. So that was what I was going to get into. He wasn't even there. And Kieran Culkin even kind of low-key took a jab. Do you remember what he said, Adam?
Yeah, he was like, who's currently not here or just didn't want to be here.
Yeah, and like...
Real fucking honor.
It's a typical Sean Penn thing now, though. Remember, he not long ago was in the news about some shit stuff. So, like...
It's funny, I was watching this... Keep going, because I want to know what shit stuff he was doing.
No. I don't remember, but, like, it was not a good thing. It's not, like, current events of, like, finding out people are in it, but, like... He did something or said something that like really was bad and like put him off to people, and it took a while for him to like get back to where he was.
So what I read basically was
but so says the English announcer that at least they put their pedophiles in jail.
Oh, great. Conan with that joke was phenomenal.
Yeah, so like from what I understand, and I don't know how long ago this was, but I saw some people comparing it because people were talking about obviously like, Will Smith is still banned from the Oscars for assaulting a fellow actor. And someone was like, well, Sean Penn's fine just because he didn't do it on the Oscar stage. So it's like, I think it's something to do with like, he's got past like just, assaults or issues like that. But
keep going. I'll figure it out.
It just, the thing that frustrated me the more that I'm seeing about it is that everyone tells me that basically his character in One Battle After Another is basically a black fetish man who is after his biracial daughter so that he can join the KKK group.
Abused Madonna.
Okay, there we go. It was Madonna. Okay. Did you watch One Battle After Another, Jasmine?
I watched it too many fucking times.
Yeah, so remember he's trying to get in the KKK or whatever. He's trying to get into a white
supremacist group. I'm sorry, that face was from what Adam said, not what you said.
Oh, okay.
So
I was like, the whole plot of the movie? Yeah, I remember.
So that is where I think, Jasmine, and I agree with Jordan, I think Sinner should have won. I think because of what is going on, I mean, the movie is what? A child is taken away by military force. A father is trying to find them because he's fighting against the corrupt government who is just helping certain people and all that. So everyone watched and were like, yes. And it's like
Nazi and did not award a longtime actor who has been uplifting black rights and giving black men spaces. That's incredible. That was a fucking choice.
The other thing that I will say that both of you will probably be really frustrated about is that unfortunately I wasn't as surprised that it did lean that way because there was an article that broke about some of the anonymous voters, and one of the people literally said something to the effect of,
tired of the anonymous voters.
If you're gonna say it, put your name on it.
It says
they're not supposed to do this.
This was someone's sentiment. Paul Thomas Anderson is the only filmmaker who made a movie I'll remember 15 to 20 years from now. Everything else is lifeless. That is what someone's comment was who was a voter.
Put your name on that. Did they not watch Hamnet? Did they not watch
That like, and so when you have people going into it with that type of sentiment, it frustrates me to say that like
that was the only movie they watched. I felt that One Battle
I believe
After
they said
Another
they
was
only
such
watched
an Oscar movie. It was such
Yeah.
a like basic Oscar movie.
Well, and the thing is that Paul Thomas Anderson too, unfortunately, he had all that good speech talking about, I thought about a world better for my kids and da 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 da. Then when they get him in the presser right after, right, he gets asked a question about where society is headed, and he scoffs and goes, "I thought we were supposed to be partying." So,
tell you what, Ryan Coogler's speech had me crying last night.
Ryan Coogler, when he shouted out, so Ryan Coogler got what, best original screenplay? That was the only one. A lot of people feel, and I agree, to be a director who created a space and an environment for so many people to shine. That speaks to what a best director really is. That's what the streets is saying. But he, in his speech for best original screenplay, number one, for it to be this original idea that did so well. And then when he shouted out Zenzi, but then when he really talked about like his kids and being like, I'm sorry for that time away. Obviously as the dad of a little daughter, like I actually almost did cry too, because I was just like, even me doing this right now with you guys is like, she went to chill with her grandparents so that I could do like content for the Oscars and stuff. So like, I really felt him on that. And it was great to see him create a space to shout out his cast when they didn't win best cast, even though they were like poised to win it. It is interesting that One Battle After Another won. Wait, no, Hamnet won that one, didn't they? Best cast?
No, one battle, one best cast.
One battle, one best cast too?
Yeah, because they all came up.
I think that was when it kind of was a turning point for a lot of viewers to be like, because I thought Sinners at the very least was shoo-in for this best cast, but and then ultimately it comes down to that best picture. It went to One Battle After Another, like we said, and the thing that is just frustrating about it, and that I plan to kind of speak more on, is that I think there's a world where Sinners does do better in the Oscar season, but that's a world where people are willing to be curious and seek to understand concepts and themes outside of ones that directly relate to them. Mm-hmm. Because for someone to see that scene of Delroy and just think, I mean, he's just singing or whatever, like, oh, about his time in jail, it was hard. Or just being like, oh, like the movie seems kind of overrated. Like I get it's like about freedom or whatever. It's just like to have so many people that can look at it in that minimalistic way is frustrating. And it's one of those things, like even me not agreeing with One Battle After Another, right? I can still seek to understand what story it's trying to tell, even if I don't agree. But it's like for some people to watch Sinners and basically just be like, yeah, it was really long and droned on and then took a real long time to get to the action for me. As if there wasn't a fucking
Michael Bay movie then.
Yeah, as if there wasn't a bunch of amazing and beautiful story throughout.
That was a fucking bar, Adam. That was a bar.
Yeah,
I will give
you talk your shit, bro.
Go watch him.
Well, like not for nothing, but like the person who's cowardly and fucking hides behind a fucking Academy Award fucking NDA of like I can't say shit and says what they say.
To do that.
A, put your name on it, and B, maybe don't watch that movie and go. Yeah, and obviously Jordan knows how this is gonna go. Because when they saw that movie, yeah, that's all they saw. That's all they saw. They just saw black people in a movie. They did not watch a movie.
You do have a description of each of them. It was voter number 5 profile.
Jasmine,
international,
find them.
International
these profiles.
Craft branch, over 65, white.
I'm just throwing this out here. I've got like six or seven like Dominican women I know. They will have that person's social security number by the end of the day. Like,
yeah, his good.
Bragged about it to someone.
Yeah, his good. I watched One Battle After Another twice. The first time I admired it. The second time I had the time of my life. Bad. I didn't think Sinners was great. It felt long and repetitive.
Give me the race.
Jordan
it was the same guy.
Same guy?
65 white. And he's the same one who said Paul Thomas Anderson is the only one who made a movie I'll remember. Everything else is lifeless. To minimize it, take that Sinners was my favorite movie out of it. To minimize Hamnet, when Jessie Buckley broke hearts.
And mind you, this is after I've watched The Bride. I know Hamnet is the shit. Like, that is so... I want
to call everything else lifeless.
Hey, you got Liam Neeson's number?
Hey, man, we might need him on the scene.
No, he doesn't sit and wait around for white people. He only sits and waits around black people. Remember?
That is fair. I do want to give a little, I don't know what I'd even give, like a
shade,
a hug. It's not necessarily shade. It's kind of like a hug to Diane Warren. Diane has been nominated. I know.
She's like the Leonardo DiCaprio of fucking like Oscars right now. Like minus he has the one, but it's like her, right? Every year we know she's there. We know she's nominated.
Hold on. Jordan seems a little lost. So Diane Warren is she makes songs. She's a musical artist, and she has been making songs for the Oscars for over a decade. Or I think 2 decades at this point. Diane Warren has been nominated for an Oscar this year, makes 17 times this woman has been nominated. And this year she was nominated for Remember Me? Oh, Dear Me. She was Dear
Me with Kesha.
Yes. From, do we know what movie?
Dear Me, I think it was.
Oh, it was from Diane Warren, from her own biopic, it seems like.
She had to make an own biopic to make sure she was in it this year.
From Diane Warren, Relentless.
Jordan, every year she has a song.
It's a documentary chronicling her storied career in the music industry. So in this documentary, I have no doubt they brought up the fact that she's been nominated at that point 16 times and never won. So she got nominated for a song in this documentary for her life. This is now the 17th nomination. She lost to K-pop.
She picked a bad year.
She picked up
She picked a bad
17
year.
bad years apparently.
And it is like, it's one of those things of like, if there was going to be a year, this was the year that she went hard and dummy, and it just...
Oh, I think she put her whole Warren Ussy into this year, thinking that this was going to be like, she would get the sympathy votes. And like, baby, I hear you, and it could have been. But I know in my soul that right around May, when K-pop Demon Hunters started hitting like the Netflix top films,
she was like this.
She was like, God damn it.
Goddamn K-pop. On that, because I know she hasn't won one, and then a lot of people are like, Paul Thomas Anderson, 14-time nominee, and he's never won. I did see someone saying, I can't find the tweet now. It was basically like, how about we just give people their like award people when they like actually deserve it, so we don't have to do makeup awards? Because some people feel like part of it leans into he's 14 times nominated and this was his 10th film, and it was just he deserved to finally get one. And it's just like, why do we keep doing this whole thing of like they deserve to get one because they just kept getting nominated and not getting them? Why didn't they just get them when they like should have won them? I don't know.
Paul Thomas Anderson married to Maya Rudolph?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
I was looking up Paul Thomas Anderson. I was like, why is Maya Rudolph always with
Yeah, Maya Rudolph is his wife for a while
kids.
now. For a while now.
The way Jasmine's entire world, her mind said,
What? Because can I tell you something real bad?
No.
I was sitting there looking at the audience and they were showing Maya Rudolph, and I was like, why is she there? That's so weird.
That is so funny.
Did you not see who she was sitting to the whole time?
No, I didn't realize.
Did you also miss like
her dress,
them kissing when he won?
All of it. I was not.
She had a haze.
So, but then like I saw her there and I was like, oh, that's so weird. Like, why is Maya Rudolph there? She wasn't like nominated. Like she wasn't in any movies really this year. And then they did the Bridesmaids reunion. I was like, oh, that's why she's there. Oh, okay.
She's there every year because of good old Paul.
But I didn't know that they had a relation. I know all this knowledge and love.
Never knew.
One thing I just never
love the love expert is the one who the romance novel lover said, I didn't realize that.
Now PTA mentions. Hold on. PTA mentions that he fell in love with her after her SNL skit. What?
It's the way that your mind.
She was still in Saturday Night Live when they got together.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It was Wake Up Wakefield is what he fell in love with. So PTA mentions he fell in love with Maya after watching her in an SNL sketch. Said sketch was Wake Up Wakefield, which she started doing in early 2001. It is also PTA's favorite Maya recurring character on SNL. They met at an SNL party in late 2001. Always thought, since they both knew the Gotham, I guess the Gotham Awards. But I guess they've been together for over 24 years.
The way that Jasmine's whole entire being is just blown right now.
I must do a video on this.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't be the only one that didn't know.
I didn't know it either, Jasmine, but that's because I don't be knowing. I need to do better of being a true film buff. Because Adam will call me and be like about this person. And I'm like, dude, what director?
There are some people that still don't know Emily Blunt and John Krasinski are married.
That's a weird one because John be talking about his wife always.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Found that out literally like 2 weeks ago.
Also,
so when you say there are some people that don't know, you're just talking about Jordan.
I didn't.
Well, it's one of those things where I probably did know, but it didn't consciously enter. You know, it never the thought did.
Who's Ryan Gosling's wife?
Eva Mendes.
Okay.
What? The Queen who allowed him to do La La Land.
I knew that one, but see, Ryan Gosling's been on my radar since Barbie. You know what I'm saying? Like I know who Ryan.
A year and a half.
No, I know who Ryan Gosling is, but my point is like as a content creator, like knowing more about the actual industry.
There's a lot to know about
really
the industry.
Yeah, because
like I know a lot about award ceremonies and thus have to know certain things. But I myself have a hard time with names. We know this to a T. Names are one of the hardest things for me because there's just too goddamn many. And I have to be associated with the project for a while. So I think it's a matter of when you find a project like Sinners, know who the cinematographer is, know who the director is, know who's writing the songs. Like that is going to help you more than anything because then you find out their other works.
I will say Adam is probably really good at that because he's a sports guy, because growing up, it's the thing that I never could understand about my friends who were into sports, how they always knew like the players of different teams and their stats and all. I've never been
their names. They've got an audible association of that because when you're listening to the games, they're moving so fast. The announcers have to be very clear on number 24, this individual. And so you hear the name over and over and over again. But for movies and films, they're characters. They're outside. And then everyone who's on set, you don't hear. You have to actively do the work to
seek it out.
Who's making the work. Yeah.
I did find the post, by the way. Yeah, someone was like, Paul Thomas Anderson. No, this is Paul Thomas Anderson. Paul Thomas Anderson's been nominated 14 times. It's the first time he actually won. It was about time. And someone responded, his name was Mike Hamilton Jr. I don't know if he's important. He might just be a random person. Herein lies my other problem with the Oscars. Award people when they deserve it, and you won't have to give out makeup awards. This is exactly how Denzel ended up winning for Training Day, a makeup, because they didn't give it to him for Malcolm X. And he lost for Malcolm X because they finally wanted to award Al Pacino, who should have won 2 decades earlier for The Godfather. It's a stupid cycle that must be stopped at some point, because now Coogler losing becomes, well, PTA was overdue BS. And then people, when Coogler finally gets his, they'll be like, because he should have won it for Sinners. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's the, what the hell is her name? Jamie Lee Curtis all over again.
I mean, Tom Cruise just got a Oscar, one of those backdoor Oscars.
Well, it's at the honorary Oscars.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett too, man. Anyway.
But I mean, that's why they have, and we'll see who gets the honorary afterwards. But it's generally people who did not win. So Ryan Coogler,
you couldn't hand me one of those. I would mail it back to you immediately.
I think that hopefully they don't. I hope they don't necessarily Delroy, but I also do understand if like an honorary might be his only option.
I don't think that they would do that because he was nominated. Honoraries are generally no, because
Angela was nominated.
She got it afterwards, so maybe, but it wouldn't be for his role in Sinners. It would just be for
his work.
His body of work.
Yeah, that's why they did it with Tom. It was body of work.
Yeah, it's one of those things of just. It is interesting. Jasmine, you had pointed out 98th Oscars were 2 years away from the centennial, and crazy to think how in almost 100 years we have only had, is it six
Black men who have won, and this is the first female.
And then the first female, and then as far as director, is he the sixth director or was he the first director?
I think that's what I was referring to. I think it's been no, I think it's only 4.
Is it 4 directors, 6 actors? Because I think Michael B. Jordan's the 6th lead actor.
He's the 6th lead actor, and I think it's been 4 male directors, 4 black.
And then like you said, first woman in cinematography to be 98 years. And because who was the other young lady that Autumn Durrell-Paul shouted out, who's been, I think, nominated before, but she didn't win. She also works with Ryan Coogler.
Oh, hold on. Ryan Coogler could be the first black filmmaker to win Best Director. He's only the 7th black director to ever be nominated in the category. So if he had won director, he would have been the very first black filmmaker. But there are 7 other directors who have been nominated. But again, he didn't win Best Director. He won Best Original. Original script. Yeah. No black filmmaker has ever won Oscar for Best Director.
He's going to.
Hopefully
going to in the future. It's just Rachel Morrison, that's the other one who's been nominated previously, who also worked with Ryan Coogler. Just want to say, it's back to what Jasmine's saying about hope, giving the opportunity to lift someone up, other people giving a chance to lift someone up. Ryan's lifted up a lot of people in this industry purely because he loves to make movies. I know that he said in many an article, many an interview before, he was like, I don't really care. And I actually think he means it. He's like, I don't really care. I am here. The fact that I'm here and I get to make movies is enough for me. But I think what's great is how, and what again speaks to why so many people feel so strongly about him not receiving that Best Director, is how he lifts up his cast, crew, everyone in the team. That man ran to the back of the theater to grab Autumn's son and bring him up to the front so he could see his mom,
his mother,
accept that Oscar.
So important.
Ryan, meanwhile, is like a fan of his.
He loves. He is, and he's a fan of the other people too. I mean, he celebrated every person.
When he does a project, like it's not even friend. You know what I mean? Like friend's cool. Like whatever. Like he's such a fan of you when you're in his projects that he pushes you and puts you in front of everybody as much as more so than he ever puts himself by any means.
If he could sit back, I think if he could go back to being very unknown, because let's not forget, just a few years ago, there was a whole problem with, like, the bank or whatever. There was an issue at the bank where they didn't realize who he was, and people were upset. They were like, how do you not know who Ryan Coogler is? Meanwhile, Ryan Coogler's kind of like, I'm very glad that I can go to the bank. You don't know who I am. I don't think that is the case anymore. Not after this year. But all in all, it was, the night had some good wins. It was very rough at the same time. Let's not forget most people's education on IMAX film and directing and all of that is thanks to that 10-minute video that Ryan Coogler did with Kodak. I thought that was amazing. I still go back and watch it for like my stories. So yeah, it was
it's a good one also is because I want to give him some love on it, is Kit Laser or Andrew. He had a really good breakdown of like how it works and why it's different and whatever. He broke it down within like a 2-minute short. So yes, Ryan's video, fantastic. I don't want to overshadow it by any means, but if you're looking for something a little short, his video is very much similar, but like done very nicely.
Oh, on like the 70 millimeter versus like Panasonic 65. Yeah, man. I mean, it in general, Ryan doing that just opened, I think, a Pandora's box for a lot of people to really learn more about the technical aspects. And
yeah,
I think that Sinners, just for me, it gave me a deeper appreciation for wanting to understand. Like I said, I typically am not the best at remembering the writers or directors, but I've been trying to do better because of really thinking about what all goes into these films. I said it in a video. When you actually really stack up some of those categories, like even the minor categories are more technical, like production design, sound, makeup and hair. When you looked at some of the nominees that not a lot of people were talking about, you were like, wait, like actually costume design is a little steep when you look at not just Sinners, and One Battle After Another, but Frankenstein, Hamnet, even like they're like a lot of people were at the top of their game. It had to win visual effects, you know. There was only there was only one place that was going to go. James Cameron got to take that visual effects. You know what I'm saying? Whether you feel about Avatar or not.
Well, every time James Gunn comes out with a movie, we move the bar forward for what we can do with technology.
Yes. Ryan Coogler actually had a video where he was nerding out about that too, about how Cameron's technology.
I love Ryan's nerding. It's so genuine.
With his Compton accent too, just like I think it is so adorable. I love it.
He
is the most awkwardly spoken gentleman, and it's great.
Did y'all see? He was like,
great.
Sit down, please. He was like, I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
It's almost like Jasmine. It's almost like just you know.
Like, but also like y'all. I finally got what I like. Please, let me do this.
Because I'll talk forever.
I was curious. I was like, when did they start the time? Did they start the time once they started talking? Because I was like, if y'all after they cut off K-pop Demon Hunters.
It's the whole thing. It starts the second that they call your name, because some people take too long hugging their friends and like the walk up there. The time starts. It doesn't start when you start your speech. It starts the second that you've been announced. You gotta go, because it's broadcast television. That whole time is you gotta get up there and speak.
I know I was like, y'all, but I love that Michael got to stand there and bask in it. I literally said in my video, I was like, y'all better not cut him off. I was like, people are already mad about K-pop Demon Hunters. If y'all cut this man off after he just won this Best Actor,
well, we will hope that they could do an Adrian Brody, and he could say,
Adrian was like, "Go fuck yourself."
That's it. But
the music came up, and he was like, "I don't care."
They cut the mic. They cut the mic off of me. Like normally, you would talk over the music, but the second the music starts, they cut off the mic.
Yeah.
I hated it so much.
Hopefully, the next time that you get to interview EJ, I'm sure that you guys will have a great connection and energy over this. Like I said, it's one of those things that
who knows. I haven't checked my emails yet. For all I know, Netflix is already like, hey, well, here's the parties, here's what we're doing, here's the tour.
I need to see the reunion where you get to look at her and say, so going back to our first interview where I said, when you get your Oscar, how does it feel? Like that was the first thing whenever I was up there. I was like, Jasmine called it.
I fucking called it. But I think my first question, if she wants to share, is how did your parents back home in Korea, like what did they say? What words did they give you? Like because I know the big one she wanted to talk to was her fiance, but he was there. And the second was her emotional moment with her parents. And I would love to know what her parents were doing when it happened. Like, was there a party? What did they say to you when you called? Like all of those things. Yeah.
Jordan, don't worry. When Jasmine wins hers, after she and I leave, we'll call you and let you know.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know. We'll FaceTime you. Adam will be FaceTiming you while on stage.
Yeah.
Hey man, listen.
But anyway,
I'd be happy to be in the clip.
Governor Awards, aka the honorary Oscars, will be happening this summer. So many of these people who we felt were left out and have longevity in their careers could be honored. So there still could be opportunity for Delroy to make his Oscar debut. I know, Adam, you have reservations about receiving these particular Oscars, but when you have a body of work, it's important that gets celebrated.
I do not disagree with that. What I hate is, hey, we didn't think you were good enough for the Oscars on television in front of everybody, but we're going to just give you an honorary one. We just crossed out the name on it and just here you go. Like it feels like shit.
It doesn't feel like shit. I look at it as this one moment was not enough. I don't want to, I mean, as much as I want one performance to say this was Oscar winning, I know that my body of work is just as good.
If I go in the Hall of Fame, right? If I go to the Hall of Fame for football, basketball, whatever sport, let's say, and I've gone to the finals most of my career, right? And I never won a championship. If somebody sent me their championship ring or sent me a championship and told me, hey, you deserve having this in your house, like you deserve it, I would send it the fuck back because I don't want it. I don't want it.
I think a lot of people have a different taste in their mouth for it since the Angela Bassett incident. I think it's
before Angela Bassett.
I know, but I feel like it's been Angela Bassett's, I will say, happened post-COVID, which is we're in a more hyper social media world. So this is way more magnified than it's ever been. And people are really starting to catch on to like, these are cool, but also like, why do y'all give these to people who like, again, you give them as a, an honorary as someone who maybe just hasn't been Oscar nominated, kind of like how there's honorary graduates and all that stuff. But like when you have someone who literally, but when you have someone who literally just got snubbed, well, people feel got snubbed this past year because you were giving a makeup Oscar to Jamie Lee Curtis. So now you're giving a makeup Oscar to Angela Bassett. I feel like that created an entirely different perspective for way more general audience because of the amplification in a post-COVID
I think
world.
Social media and everything like you're talking about, like the curtain pulled back more of what is happening with the awards and what happens behind things. It's like before 2000s. I mean, unless you were like in it, you didn't know a lot of that. You didn't know there was like these honorary things or stuff. So like now we've gotten in, it's like you can't hide what happens anymore because everyone talks about everything that's going on. So like I think it puts a bad taste in the mouth of like, do the awards even matter at that point if they're giving honorary? Or does it matter that they give the honorary, and does that even like quench the thirst of, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
that was the Oscar, friends.
Hang this in the Louvre though.
Dead ass.
I'm just proud of Michael B. Jordan, man.
Jasmine probably didn't see PTA kissing her, probably because there was some like hot shirtless Korean guy in the background, probably. So
there would not be a hot shirtless Korean guy.
There's gonna be on Netflix soon. Shout out BTS, come back, baby. Let's go. Yay.
Lords. On that note, guys, I do have to skedoodle. So if there are any other thoughts, please let us know in the comments below. But Jordan does a better send-off than I do.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys. We have been the Media Emcees. Thank you, Jasmine, for the tee off on the sign off. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I have been your host, Jay Phrygian. We got Jasmine Paige Moore, and we got the official Megs. I'm probably pointing in the wrong direction, but that's where they are on my screen. So on that note, Academy, we need more Black people doing better. This year was a little bit rough, but we're gonna let it go, I guess. I don't know who's calling me.
Than this ending speech. All right,
damn,
guys.
that's crazy. He said, Oscar, get your shit together. His phone rang. They coming for him.
Yeah, they really, I don't know. It's actually going to be really bad if I needed to answer that, but whatever. Bye, everyone.
All right, friends. Asta pasta. Until next time. Goodbye.